I'm coming in hot.
No.
Should I just stay on what I'm on right now?
Yeah, go
I'm gonna
ahead.
stay on it because why not? Why not? Like y'all have like lived life in every capacity anyone could live it in. You're living like you've already done it. So let's just seal it properly. Seal it properly because you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it. Why not? Like I look at y'all and I'm like, they're so cute and so fly. Chrissy is so beautiful and so dope, and she holds you down, like down, down, down. Like this is a spirit talking through me right now.
What up, people? First off, being Bob. Now, as you just seen from the video, Ciara ran down on Jim Jones and had some words for him regarding his relationship with Chrissy, and you know what? It was wild disrespectful. Let's talk about it. So to add more context to the video clip, Ciara is referring to Jim Jones and Chrissy's long publicized relationship. They've been together for mad long, for mad years. Jim Jones and Chrissy was on Love and Hip Hop. A lot of people are familiar with their relationship. I don't know if they still do the whole Love and Hip Hop thing, but you know, they have whatever type of relationship they have. Now, Ciara took it upon herself to, one, crash Jim Jones's interview and then go on and spew that gibberish that she did. Now, I don't know how Jim Jones felt while that was happening, and he handled it well. We're gonna get to that. But even me, I felt kind of offended for homeboy. Like, in my mind, I was like, shut the up, Ciara. Shut your tipsy ass up. She looked like she might have been a little bit tipsy or drunk, because I think this was after the BET Awards or whatever. Firstly, it's all right to have good intentions and well wishes for somebody, but one, you don't impose yourself on somebody's shit like that. Mind your business. She came with the same kind of arrogance that, and I don't mean to trigger none of you religious people, but she comes with the same kind of arrogance that some Christians have when you're not living the Christian life. So they want to come and tell you, hey man, this is what you need to do because you living out here, you living wrong out here. Just because your beliefs don't line up with theirs, you the lost soul who's living incorrectly. You need to get right because my values and my principles is the right way. And that's what basically she came in galloping on her high horse to tell Jim Jones what he should do with his life, what he should do with his relationship. How you know what's going on in the background with these people? How you know they ain't talked about marriage before? How you know maybe marriage is not a thing that they even care about? Because some people, surprise, some people don't care about marriage. They just care about the fact that we together and we could hold it down. We don't need a government contract. We got our own shit going. Or maybe they're in some turmoil about this whole marriage shit. Now Ciara just came in, involved herself, and sparked up some shit, because this is not something that happened behind closed doors. This is something that's very publicized, and now it's all viral and whatnot. And mind you, even if it was behind closed doors and she pulled Jimmy aside and was like, yo, you know, you gotta marry Chrissy or whatever, she's still out of pocket. And people do this type of shit where they impose their principles and values on you, especially when they think that they're talking from this high moral ground. I believe Ciara thinks she's there. Ciara's living the life that all these women are idolizing, because she has herself the rich, good man in the form of Russell Wilson. Let's talk about both of them. Let's talk about Ciara and where she's come from. And disclaimer, yes, your past doesn't define who you are now, but it should remind you of where you came from so that you can humble yourself and not do this high horse bullshit. Ciara wasn't out here like some wholesome whatever who even really deserves a man as whatever we perceive Russell Wilson to be. Are we keeping it real? No disrespect to Ciara, she might be a nice person and you know people love her and da-di-da-di-da. She's a good artist, the greatest female dancer, I think. But that doesn't take away from her antics. She was dating Bow Wow, and maybe she did some shit with 50 Cent, I don't know. And whatever other link-ups that she had, but the most telling of them is she ended up with Future. And not only ended up with Future, no disrespect to Future, but come on, Future is the toxic king, baby mamas galore. And you have a baby by Future? What does that say about you, lady? And you just happen to luck out with a Russell Wilson. Now let's talk about Russell Wilson. I'm trying to be respectful about this, and this is just coming from general guy brain. Obviously, I don't know any of these people personally. I'm just going off of what I'm just reading between the lines from what they've shown us and how they act and how they get caught acting. This Russell dude strikes me as a square, like a complete square. And mind you, I don't really want to be talking down on dude too much because he is playing for the Giants right now. So, you know, New York all day. But he's not a New Yorker for real. But still, he's on the Giants. So now one of the things that helped me kind of shape my perception of him is, you know, some of his early school career. You know, homeboy went to prep school in Richmond, and he was just heavily into sports. Nothing wrong with that, by the way, but he seems to be, you know, the typical good guy. And being the wholesome dude that he was, he married his high school sweetheart. They ended up getting married in 2012 and divorced about 2 years later. Rumor has it that the grounds of their divorce was infidelity by the wife. So she cheated on his ass. Now, that's telling in itself. That doesn't necessarily mean she's just some horrible woman or whatever. And I don't want to get too deep into it because I spoke about some of this in the video I made about Papoose. Him and Pap seem to be on similar levels to me. Except Russell is even more so because you got the whole good Christian, strong Christian values in there too. A year later, 2015, he starts dating Ciara. Ciara's coming off of her breakup with Future, and remember she got a baby by Future as well. While they were dating, Russell, who's once again strongly Christian, right, he vowed to be celibate until they got married, and surprise only a year later they were married. Come on, dog. Like, it's right there in our face. Russell was a square. Ciara lucked out. She got herself that dude who wouldn't get a woman like Ciara in his wildest dreams if he wasn't Russell Wilson, the rich ass quarterback. Because look at who Ciara was with in the past. Ciara reached a space where she is like, hey man, I don't want to say she hit a wall or anything like that, but that is the thing that happens with women. They get ran through. I'm not saying Ciara's been ran through, by the way, but they get ran through. They go through certain experiences, and then they want to be like, all right, let me take the safe option. And I think that's what she did. She took the safe option. She got lucky. And homeboy was more than happy to bestow upon her all the goodness. Was driving, and this is just all, I don't know shit. This is just me speculating and just speaking from what I believe to be going on, you know, when I from world observations of my own experiences and just kind of applying them here to her situation. The thing that's really keeping Ciara in this marriage is, one, the stability, incredible stability, and the security. And not the financial security, the security in knowing that this dude, he ain't going nowhere. He's over the moon with her. He's pedestalizing her. If she was younger, she would get tired of that and end up cheating on him, just like his last wife did, for the more exciting dude or whatever. But she's at a point where she's like, this is a good look for her. This is a good move for her all around. So she's gonna play it smart and just stay here. And that's not taken away from whatever love that they've developed for each other, and etc. Because I don't want to talk down on these people's relationship. It could be working real well for them behind the scenes. But I'm just saying, Ciara got there because she realized that this was a good move for her. So she's going to make it work. And this guy is more than happy to be there. Unlike the other men who can just be like, Jim handled it well though. He gave a very good PC answer when he was asked about it shortly after.
It was a great piece of advice. Honestly, I needed that encouragement. I needed to hear that, especially for somebody who's active in preaching what she's teaching. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have so many different opinions and they nowhere near, you know what I mean? Yeah. Marriage or any type of great relationship or any position to give me any type of advice on what I should be doing in my situation. And my situation has been going better than a lot of things that have been going on out here. So I ain't pointing no fingers. I'm just comfortable in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Jimmy handled that well. He gave a very mature, PC, respectful answer. But anyway, y'all know someone who do shit like that to y'all, who want to come and impose their values and principles on you? Hop in the comments, let me know. If I was wilding, be sure to jump in and let me know too, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Obviously, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. If you did like the video, help a brother grow the channel, you know, with a like or subscribe or share, whatever the case may be. And of course, see you in the next video.